We've arrived at Grandy Creek 1,000 Trails. It's a combination KOA 1,000 Trails. Actually, we arrived 8 days ago. We're staying here for 9 overnights. We've had a fantastic time at this 1,000 Trails campground. Let me show you around. So this is the entrance to 1,000 Trails Grandy Creek. And check-in is at 12 noon. So as a footnote, if you're preparing to come into the campground, I would not arrive before 12 p.m. When we arrived at, it was probably 11:55. I timed it pretty close. And there were 5 RVs lined up. There were RVs backed up out here on the road, and these folks that live out here have signs, put up, do not block driveway. It's the same with this house here. They have a sign, do not block driveway. First off, don't arrive before 12 noon. It did not look like they were processing people up until the 12 o'clock check-in. Now, once you got to the gate, they had us in and out of there in no time flat. You go pick out your own campsite. They give you a gate code. If you have the gate code, when you come in, you're going to go in this far right-hand lane. If you're checking in, you're going to go to the left lane and see the attendant at the guard shack. Here's a little bit better look at the signage. And you are in the foothills of the Cascades. Look at these mountains and the clouds coming down right over the mountains this morning. It's our last day here. Like I said, we had an absolute fantastic time, and I'll be talking to you about that a little bit later in the video. Let's go check out the campground. Here's a map of Grandy Creek campground. And Melody and I wound up with a 30 amp electric water site. And we are in site number 18, and it is a really nice site. All the full hookups were tied up when we came in, but let me take you around the campground, and then we'll circle back around to my site and I'll show you where I'm camped. So after you clear the gate, you're going to come to this Y, and if you're a 1,000 Trails member, you're probably going to want to bear right. That's where the preponderance of the full hookup sites are, the 50 amp sites. So once you pull into the campground and you bear right, you're going to see this welcome back 1,000 Trails information sign. Directly across the street is this road here. Off to the left is where you're going to find the 50 amp full hookup sites. And when you check in, one of the things they're more than likely going to tell you is to look for the green boxes. That signifies a 1,000 Trail site. If it's a yellow box, it's designated for KOA. And here are some additional 50 amp full hookup sites for 1,000 Trails members. That's the way I just came from. It looks like a fifth wheel's pulling out right there. That's a full hookup 50 amp site. Here's several nice looking cabins. I have to say the cabin here on the end has a very nice seating area. It almost looks like a getaway cabin, but it's marked on the outside of the cabin as KOA. And I'll take you down this way. This is another vantage point of that same cabin I was just showing you. This loops back around, and there are more full hookup 50 amp sites down this way off to the left, and I believe off to the right as well. I'd have to, yeah, there's a soar hose there. Those are green boxes. Those are 1,000 Trail sites. Straight ahead, there's 8 smaller cabins that line the back of the wood line there. I'll take you up there in a little bit. But what I wanted to show you here, you see these yellow boxes? Some of these sites are pretty nice. They got these KOA sites, or the yellow boxes. All these are yellow boxes back in here, but they got this fixed up pretty nice. And if you happen to be a KOA member, that is Site 108 you're looking at. Most of the campground has this very rustic feel. You kind of feel like you're in a state park, and that's especially true down where I'm camped. We're very happy with our site. This is the KOA section. Let me walk you down the loop that has the remaining full hookups here for Thousand Trails members. Both off to the left and the right, these are full hookup sites. They're green boxes. So they're for Thousand Trails members. I know these sites off to the left are 50 amp full hookup because that's what we were concentrating on when we pulled through here. I guess this gives you an idea of what the full hookup section is going to look like. And I do believe this is where the preponderance of the 50 amp electric service sites were. Let's take a look at this one. This is vacant. It is a full hookup site. I'd leave tomorrow. So what we got? This is a 30 amp full hookup site. Your water should be on the back. There. And this is the auxiliary, what I call the auxiliary shower house and restrooms. There's also laundry in there. Melody did laundry while we were here, and you know, Melody does the tour of the laundry room, so I'm going to cut to Melody's video.
I'm in the laundry room this morning at Grandy Creek RV Campground in Concrete, Washington. They have 6 washers and 6 dryers, and to wash you're looking at either $2 or $2.25, depending on what cycle you choose. They do take the CSC card and credit card, as well as quarters. To dry, you're looking at $2 a load. Over here we have a folding table, and if it's a nice day and you choose to sit outside, that will be your view.
Okay, I'm standing right outside of the auxiliary shower house. And there's the parking right there. There's those 8 cabins. I believe there's 8. But there's nobody in here. Let me take you in. There's independent showers. They each have their own door. You have a stool. The shower house and restroom facilities met our needs during our stay at Thousand Trails, Grandy Creek. So this is the playground area. They have a trampoline. That thing blows up. Usually later in the day they have it inflated. There's a little motor, I guess, inflates the trampoline. It's over there just beyond the basketball court. Yeah, cute little playground. Most of this, or not most of the sites, but many of the sites do not have SOAR, so you have a dump station. Adjacent to the main clubhouse, they have this pavilion area. So they do have a pool at Grandy Creek, Thousand Trails KOA. That's the pool. The hot tub, that's the baby pool right there. And then the hot tub, which I'm a big fan of hot tubs, has been roped off. It's been closed the entire time we've been here. They have a lounge area right inside. The doors open there, you can see. Has a TV in there, some sofas. Let's see if anybody's in there. This is the campground store, closed right now, but you can buy ice here. They have limited hours. They have a mini golf area. I would say it's just okay. We have seen people playing mini golf during our stay here. So there's the clubhouse area where we were just at. There's multiple short little trails that take you down here to the namesake Grandy Creek. This is Grandy Creek, and up here, just above the creek, is a road that will take you to Baker Lake Road in the Baker Snoqualmie National Forest and Baker Lake. Melody and I did a day trip up there. We had a fantastic time during our stay here. One of the major day trips we did was up to Baker Lake. Let me show you a few photos. If you follow Baker Lake Road all the way out to the end, you'll come to Baker River Trailhead. A short ways up that trail is a footbridge that crosses the river. The views are spectacular all the way out that drive. Highly recommended. So that's the direction I just came from. There's a nice little day use area they have set up here right at the foot of the barn. There's a barn area which is actually, to the best of my knowledge, that's like a maintenance area they have. And then Melody and I are camped. In fact, if you look real hard, off to the left-hand side of your screen, you'll see my fifth wheel. Let's go up there and check out my campsite. So there's the barn. My campsite's just on the other side of this clump of trees. I wanted to show you, that's site 16, site 15, those are green boxes. These are 30 amp electric water sites, 1,000 trails. I'm in site 18. Got quite a few sites vacant. This is in the middle of the week. We're leaving tomorrow. We made a day trip to North Cascades National Park. Check out these photos. Location is the #1 reason to come to Grandy Creek 1,000 Trails. I'll have the upload and download speeds for Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile in the written video description on YouTube. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.